tell every day the first step to get to Vrindavan is get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava. So we'll sing our very beautiful song glorifying the Vaishnava. And now we have song sheets. And we got our luggage. We have all our old song sheets back with us. We'll try to get them printed out. Narottam Das. He's begging one time merciful to be the Vaishnava Guru. Patita Pavana Toma Bina Devana. The other day we told you, Patit means ourselves. This word means fallen. Patit. And Pavana means to purify. Just like, not far from Vrindavan, before you get to Vrindavan actually, there's a very beautiful lake called Pavan Sarovar. Actually, originally this lake was known as Nanda Sarovar, because Nanda Maharaj excavated this lake for the pleasure of all of the Vrishvasis. So they named it Nanda Sarovar. So how did it become Pavan Sarovar? One time, Nandalala, he saw that Mother Yasoda was making all kinds of funny prasadam. Not the regular rice, dal, chapati, and sushi. She was making all fried things. Fried dal, and fried little noodles we call sev, and little cracker-like things we call majri, all types of fried things. So, Nandalala, he came there, he said, Maya, Are Maya, what kind of funny bhojan are you making today, Maya? What kind of funny bhojan are you making today? And Mother Yasoda said, Lala, your Baba is going on pilgrimage. So all these things are fried in ghee. They will last for a long time, and he will eat them along the way. Because still in India, there's many people that won't eat things cooked outside the house. Now it's become less. Otherwise, we wouldn't hear all the noise of the train, huh? Kela, kela, banana, save, apple, save. Sandri, orange, sandri, orange. Time pass keli pinat. Garam, singara. Chang. But still, you see some people, they bring their little tiffins and they don't eat things cooked outside the house. So Lala said, Maya, and Maya, where's Baba going? Where's Baba going, Maya? Lala, he's going to Prayag. Acha Maya, where is that Maya? Where is that Maya? Please tell me, Maya, where is that? Alright, Lala, I'm busy cooking and you ask too many questions. Because the little boys, they ask too many questions. All the mothers are laughing, they know. You go ask your Baba. So he went to Nanda Maharaj. Baba, where are you going, Baba? Baba, where are you going? Where are you going, Baba? Said, Lala, I'm going to Prayag. Acha Baba, where is that? Where is that, Baba? Where is that? Where is that, Baba? Lala, that is a very sacred place where Ganga, Jamuna, and Saraswati join in Sangam. When two or more rivers join together, we call that Sangam. Just like here we have most of the people from Sweden, but some people have come from Denmark, some people have come from Italy, some people have come from Iran even, and some people have come from America, and somebody's come from Bengal, and somebody from met today, Anurendra from Bihar, and Germany, and we've all joined together in Bhakti Sangam. So, Nandalala said, but Baba, today is a very inauspicious day for travel. We should go tomorrow. Tomorrow's Akshay Tritiya. Maybe you've noticed on our Vaishnava calendar, around April or May, when festival comes, Akshay Tritiya, beginning of Chandan Yatra. You have seen on the calendar. So Akshay. Shay means to diminish. So Akshay means opposite, always increasing. Just like we've got Godbrother in England who used to be Prabhupada's bodyguard in Vrindavan and Bombay, named Akshay. Always increasing. So anything that is done on that day will have unlimited results, ever increasing results. So especially on that day, people like to open their new store because they want that their profits should be akshay, ever increasing. Not like nowadays where it's going down and down. And people, they do griha pravesh, first entrance into the new house on that day. Because they want that their happiness in the new house be increasing and increasing. And if you want to come to Nandagam to see the festival there, you will have to book your taxi well in advance. Because all the taxis will be booked for wedding. Because on that day, without even consulting the astrologer, you can do your wedding. It is so auspicious day. Because we also want that should be akshay, happily ever after. And for starting journey, it is also a very auspicious day. So Nanda Maharaj said, okay Lala, since you're telling, I will go tomorrow. So next day, Nanda Baba, he got up early before Mangalarti to take his bath, just like all of us. And he came down to Nanda Sarovar to take his bath, and he saw some great big personality there, just rolling in the dust of Braj and laughing. Oh, 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 oh. Then he would bathe in the Sarovar, then he'd roll in the dust and laugh. Ah, 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 oh, 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 ah, ah, ah. Then he'd again bathe in the Sarovar. And Nanda Maharaj, he never saw such a personality as Nandagam. So he went there, he said, Maharaj, who are you? He said, Baba, I'm Prayag. Acha? And what are you doing here? Oh, Baba, all year long, everybody come and put their pop on me. You know pop, right? Coca-Cola said no. Pop means sin. All year long, everybody putting their pop on me. One day I come here and roll in this dust of Braj, take bath in the Sarovar, and I become pavan, pure. Acha? Is it? So then, Nanda Baba, he looked on the other side of the Sarovar. He saw all these beautiful ladies taking bath. Not like Nandagam ladies. Nandagam ladies also beautiful, but this was different type of beauty. Just like you see the Swedish girls, they have different type of beauty. The Iranian girls have different type of beauty. German have different type of beauty. Indian have different type of beauty. So this was different type of beauty. And very beautiful saris. Not like Nandagam sari. Nandagam sari also beautiful, but this was special beautiful. With silver thread going this way and golden thread going this way. So Nanda Maharaj, he went there, he said, ladies, who are you? Somebody said Ganga, Saraswati, Narmada, Sindhu, Kaveri, Tungabhadra, Sindhu, all the sacred rivers personified were there taking that. Acha, is it? And ladies, why have you come here? Oh, Baba, all year long, everybody coming and putting their papas. So one day in the year, on this Akshaya Tritiya day, we come here, we roll in this dust of Braj, we take bath in the Sarovar, and we become pavan, purified. Acha, is it? So then Nanda Maharaj, he took his bath, and he went upstairs. By that time, Nanda Lala woke up. And he came, Baba, Baba, now you're going, Baba, Baba, now you're going, Baba, Baba. Huh? Said Lala, now I'm not going. I said, Baba, why is that? Lala, every place I wanted to go, they all came here to take bath. Why I should take trouble to go there? They all came here, why I should take trouble to go there? So from that day, this place became known as Pavan Sarovar. And anybody who takes his bath there, he becomes Pavan. And just this last year, in 2003, one of our devotees from Qatar, T.K. Chaudhary, he cleaned out the whole pool, he pumped out all the water, they took all the black gunk. Because water, even from the street, when you got off the bus, you could smell the water. It was so bad. So he pumped it all out, dug out all the black gunk, and then fixed up the ghats. And some of them, again, caved in. So recently, somebody went around and really fixed up the ghats, really nice. And just now, I was just there. They finished, they made nice little chhatris on some of the little, I don't know what else to say, called piers. Little chhatris, little domes on the end of the piers. Fixed up all of the ghats that caved in. It's very beautiful. And water is very sweet now. So, Patita Bhavana. Like the Vaishnava, there's no one who can purify the fallen souls. So when I first became a devotee, they sent me to Los Angeles to get trained up. Because in Boulder, it started to snow. And devotees didn't have any money to buy any warm clothes. And I was sitting and reading those old red Bhagavatams, and very happy, but they thought I'll just fall into Maya. So we went to LA. And then I met a devotee there named Mahapurush. He was from the original crew in 26 Second Avenue. He told me a very amazing story. You can understand Prabhupada's great compassion for us. Because everybody knew that if at noontime we went to the apartment upstairs on the first floor behind the 26 Second Avenue Master's gift shop, you could get free food. But not just ordinary food, some type of bread, big round bread called chapatis, rice, and a spicy soup called dal, and something called sabji. So sometimes he used to go there. So one day he went there, and Prabhupada would be sitting there and telling the boys, to pass out how to serve everything. And Prabhupada would sit there and take prasadam with all these sort of types of creatures from Kali Yuga America at that time, the 60s, into the 60s and 70s. And it was so nice just sitting there with, at that time they called him Swamiji. It was so nice sitting there with Swamiji. So he just sitting and sitting and sitting. After some time he looked around and he said, everybody's gone. And only he's sitting there with Swamiji. And he looked around and they were hippies. They would take their plates, not even wash their hands, but to speak of wash the plate, they just throw the plate in the sink and walk the door. And he saw all these dirty plates, all these dirty pots. And he thought, well, somehow everything gets clean every day to cook and serve. And there's only 2 people here who could do it, and I'm not doing it, so there's only one person who could possibly be doing that. And he thought, gee, maybe I should help him. So he started to pick up all the plates and go to the sink. And Prabhupada broke into a smile. He said, I was just praying to Krishna to please send someone to kindly help me. I was just praying to Krishna to send someone to kindly help me. This was the great compassion. We're talking about karuna. Prabhupada was a pure devotee of the Lord. We should be cooking for him, cleaning for him. Prabhupada could have stayed in any Gaudiya month. They all loved his chanting, they loved his lectures. He would have somebody doing his laundry, somebody doing his cooking. He didn't have to do anything. And he came to New York to these crazy people. I described yesterday what we were. And Prabhupada was cooking for them, cleaning for them. That verse of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Janadapi Sudechena Sororati Seshana Manina Manadina Kirtaniya Sadahati. That verse is true. He was cooking. Nowadays, these type of people come to our temple, we'll give them a plate of prasad. They go around the back somewhere. But Prabhupada was so compassionate. It's just amazing. I was so amazed when I heard this story. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava, then we went to get mercy of Lord Chaitanya. So we'll sing our favorite little song. Lord Chaitanya. Prasita Sri Hari Kirtan. That little, very beautiful boy of Sachi Mata, he's always dancing in Sri Hari Kirtan. Because this Hari Kirtan is a recommended process for this age. Chanting very loudly and enthusiastically, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. So little Nimai, he came to establish this Sankirtan Yajna. Not that Chaitanya Mahaprabhu invented something new. It's like nowadays it's fashionable, everybody invents their new religion. It's become a great fashion. But Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, this is not Manudharma, some mental speculation. This is based on Shastra. The Shastra comes from the word Shastra. Shastra means to guide. The Shastra is there to guide us back to the lotus feet of Sri Sri Radha and Krishna. So everything has to be based on Shastra. So we know in Brihad Naradiya Puran there's one slok that all the devotees know, even if they're sound asleep. If you whisper in his ear, what is that verse in Brihad Naradiya Puran? Everybody will go, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Kevalam, Kaluna Seva Seva. So 3 times just to give emphasis. Prabhupada says when the Shastra, when something's repeated, it needs to give emphasis to that. So 3 times, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Hare Nama, Eva Kevalam. Kevalam means only. Nasteva, Nasteva, there's no other way, there's no other way, there's no other way. Now people will say that's very narrow-minded. Why are you saying there's no other way? But this is not narrow-minded, this is very intelligent. Just like if we're sick, do we go to the medical shop and say, give me some medicine, I'm sick? What medicine you want? What's all medicine? Give me some medicine, I'm sick. Do we do like that? First we go to the doctor, we get the prescription, and then we go and get the particular medicine that's meant for our disease. Just like, for example, the children, they don't like medicine at all. We don't have any children to ask you. If we ask them, they all don't. So what do? They put sugar on the medicine so the children will take it. But suppose I'm suffering from diabetes, then that medicine will be poison for me. It's a good medicine, recommended by doctors, approved by the government, but for me it will be poison. I have to take the medicine that's meant for my particular disease. So there's one tiny little word here in this verse. He says Kalua. And this Kali is like yoga is there. We read about yoga and jnana and karma and all of these things. But this little tiny word is there, Kalua. The prescription for Kali Yuga is this chanting of the holy name. So this is not narrow-minded, this is intelligence. We have to take the prescription according to the advice of the doctor. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's movement is authorized. So once we get mercy of Guru and Vaishnava and get the mercy of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and Nityananda Prabhu, then we can go to Vrindavan. So today we'll sing a song that you all know, since we don't have our song sheets ready yet. It's a very beautiful song written by Srila Bhakti Thakur. Was it disappearance or appearance there? We saw it just 2 weeks ago. Jaya Radha Madhava Srila Bhakti Thakur, who was the first in our line of spiritual masters to preach in a foreign language. In fact, he wrote one book, Lord Chaitanya's Life and Precepts, and that came to McGill University and other universities around the world in 1896, which was the birth year of our Srila Prabhupada. And wherever Prabhupada went in the world, before his lecture, he always chanted this Jai Radha Madhava. And it's a very simple song. There's no instructions, like we sing Narottam Das's songs, they're always filled with so many instructions for us. There's no instruction in these songs. Sometimes we sing songs, there's some lila like Wala Bala Sangadenu Charai, Krishna's herding the cows along with all the cowherd boys. No lila. Only names of Krishna. But those names are arranged in such a way that the whole picture of Vrindavan. First he says Jai Radha Madhav, because Radha and Madhav, that is the essence of Vrindavan. It's like here we see so many beautiful forests. We go to South Africa, we see so many beautiful forests. Around the world we see so many. Why are we interested in this Vrindavan forest? Because Radha and Madhav have their pastimes. They're the essence of Vrindavan. So Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. In Vrindavan there's so many kunjas. The trees in Vrindavan, not like here, I see all your trees are very straight. But in Vrindavan they come down like this. So that makes like a little room. They're trying to grow straight, but they're melting in Krishna prema. So they come down. So that little room that is a kunj. So Vrindavan, so many kunjas. Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari. Gopi Janavala, so many gopis are there. Nanda Baba has 9 lakhs of cows. You know 1 lakh? You don't know 1 lakh?
100,000.
100,000. So 9 lakhs means almost 1 megabyte. So to milk all those cows, we need lots of gopis. So many gopis are there in Vrindavan. The Prabhupada said, this is the picture of Vrindavan. Gopis, cows, kunjas. We don't hear about factories and motor cars and this and that. The Jai Radha Madhava, Kunja Vihari, Gopi Jana Madhava. Giri Baradari, just like we're doing Govardhan Trikam in our series this year. So Giriraj is very important. Our picture will be incomplete without Giriraj. Giri Baradari. Yasoda Nandana, Mother Yasoda, she's the emblem of love for Krishna. She can't bear to see him out of her sight. When he goes with all the cowherd boys, she follows him all the way down to the gate of Nandagam. Then she goes out the gate and Krishna brings her back and says, Maya, I'm all right. I'm with all the cowherd boys. There's no problem. And then he again leaves and again she comes behind. He says, look, Baldao is there. Bal, we know, means strong, right? Baldao is there. You don't have to worry. And he takes her back to the gate and he goes and again she comes behind. He said, look, Maya, Subal is there. Not just Bal, but Subal. Finally, after 10 times she stays. She's the emblem of love for Krishna. Yasoda Nandana, Braja Jana Ranjana, all the Brishvasis are there, headed by Nanda Maharaj. Jamuna is there. Jamuna also is very important for Braj. We can't have a picture of Vrindavan without Jamuna. Jamuna Tira, Banachari. There's so many, on the banks of Jamuna, there's so many forests. Actually 12 main forests. Madhuvan, Thalavan, Jamudvan, Bahulavan, biggest Vrindavan, then Kamyavan, then Kadiravan. On the western side of the Jamuna, western bank of Jamuna, 7 forests. And on the eastern bank, then we have Bhadravan, Bandirvan, Bhelvan, Lohavan, and Gokul, Mahavan. One forest has 2 names, Gokul and Mahavan. So 7 and 5, 12 forests. So a whole picture of Vrindavan comes in this little song by Bhakti Thakur. Therefore, this was Prabhupada's favorite bhajan to sing every Vrindavan. So now we'll come back to Giriraj. Oh, Giriraj Maharaj Ki Jai! So yesterday we got to Nardakunj. And we forgot one thing. This is, it says Narada Muni can't stay any place. This is where he had his ashram. And he wrote so many beautiful bhakti shastras there, including Narada Bhakti Sutra, which B.B. Prabhupada started it, and I think Sasvarup Maharaj completed it, and BBT printed it, Narada Bhakti Sutra, Narada Pancharatna. So many books were written in this place. Then we continue down the Prikrama path, and you have to know where the little turnoff is. There's a special dirt road. You turn in towards Govardhan. You go about 100 feet or so, and there's another road to the right. And you come to a very secret place called Ratna Singhasan. And just before the entrance to Ratna Singhasan in the forest, you can find the footprint of Sri Krishna. He was standing, you see his toe is there, and his heel is there, because he was standing like this. And he was playing his flute in the rock mouth. There's one place on Govardhan you can see Krishna's footprint. Then this Ratna Singhasan, this is where this Leela of Sankachuda took place. Because there was a beautiful Ratna Singhasan, you know, it means jeweled throne. So Radha and Krishna were sitting on a jeweled throne, and all the gopis are there, Balaram was there. They're all singing and dancing, Balaram was singing very sweetly, and everybody was relishing. And one associate of Kubera, named Sankachuda, because he had a jewel on his head like a shankar, like a concha, he saw this was going on. Now Prabhupada explains that when we get opulence, because we know Kubera, he's a treasurer, so he's got a lot of Lakshmi. So all his associates also very wealthy. And we get wealth and we get puffed up. So Sankachuda, he thought, why all these beautiful girls just associating with these little cowherd boys? I'm very wealthy, I'm much more qualified, they should associate with me. So, just like he was their proprietor, their husbands, and he told all the gopis, you come with me. You come with me right now. And he began to grab them and drag them off into the forest. And Krishna and Balaram, they saw that, because immediately all the gopis, when anybody in Braj is in trouble, immediately they turn to Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Krishna. So then Krishna and Balaram, they began to chase Sankachuda, and they picked up 2 logs. And when Sankachuda saw Krishna and Balaram with those logs in his hand, then he knew he's in big trouble. So he dropped the gopis. He just ran like anything. Krishna told Baldao, you stay here with the gopis. And Krishna ran after that Sankachuda, he caught him and pow! And then he took that shankar, that beautiful jewel from Sankachuda. So this is a very sweet place called, it's also called Shamban. Shambino means darkish, so it's the black forest. Shamban, and Dharmakund is there, and beautiful places for, called Rasa Stalis, Rasa Mandaps, places for Radha and Krishna to dance are there. And this is the place, as we talk about how Govardhan is sinking, at Ratna Singhasan, you first begin to see Govardhan coming out of the ground. So our first darshan of Govardhan is there at Ratna Singhasan. Very secret place, very beautiful, peaceful place. Undeveloped place. So then a little ways down the road, we come to a place called Wild Poker. Wild Poker. Now, how many people have been at Navadip Bandhu prabhu? Alright, so you all know that the Kunds in Bengal, they're called Pukurs. Now the Brishbasis, they corrupted it to poker. And Wal, you probably don't know the word Wal. You know Gopa. But if you've been to India, you know the guy who drives the rickshaw, he's the rickshaw wala. The guy who makes the sweets, he's the sweet wala, mitai wala, right? So the person who takes care of the go, the cow, he's the go wala. Go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala, go wala. Wal. The wal means cowherd boy. Wal. So this is called Wal Poker. The cowherd boy Kund. And there Krishna and Balaram and all the cowherd boys, they enjoy swimming and having wonderful sports there. But especially on Sunday, somehow Krishna gives them the slip. He goes off to Surya Kund, along with Madhu Mandal. And they're all dressed up like they're dressed up like Brahmachari and his guru. Because Jatila was looking for somebody to do the worship of Surya for Radharani, because by that Surya worship, then Abhimanyu will become very, very wealthy. And she found this guru and his disciple were strict brahmacharis. She said, this is the best person to do worship for us. So, when Radharani comes, she hides her smile. She recognizes who the guru and disciple are. First, the guru, you can understand, is Krishna. The fat little disciple is Madhumanga. So they do the puja, and Madhumanga's chanting mantras, very strange mantras, that Mother Jatila has never heard before. And she says, I never heard these mantras before. And Madhumanga says, because you only know your Riri Bisbasi songs. These are very sophisticated mantras from the Kandarpa Upanishad, and only I know these mantras. And actually by these mantras, Radharani was actually working from one, if you look at the Sanskrit from one angle, she's worshipping the sun. If you look at it from the other angle, she was worshipping Krishna. So then, they offered some dakshina. And Madhumanga says, no, we're very strict brahmacharis, we can't touch anything from women. No worship is complete without dakshina. So then Madhumanga, he looks at his guru, he said, my guru will not touch, but I can take on his behalf. So they gave him a whole bunch of laddus and a beautiful golden locket from Radharani's neck. So he wrapped up all those laddus in his dhoti in a funny way, and Madhumanga took off, and Krishna sent him ahead, because Radharani, she put her hand on one of her friends, and she looks like she's talking to her friend, but she's watching Krishna in the distance. And Krishna's lagging behind so he can see. She's like, but actually she's looking. So Madhumanga comes back to Gwalpokar, and in the distance, Balaram says, look, Muddy's dhoti is pretty fat, pretty lumpy. I bet you he's got a bunch of laddus. So then all the cowherd boys, they surround Madhumanga. Hey Muddy, hey Batuka. Batuka means young Brahman boy, just like we sing sometimes, Batu Dvijaraj. Batuka, what you got there in your dhoti? This is my Brahman dakshina. Oh, come on, Muddy, we've been playing all day, we're hungry. No, this is my Brahman dakshina. He begins to back up. He said, come on, give us something, Muddy. Be a sport, And one cowherd boy gets behind Madhumanga and crouches down on the ground like this, And Madhumanga, he goes, boom, like that. And all his laddus go flying. And all the cowherd boys are running around, grabbing all the laddus, and Madhumanga's so angry. And they're just picking up the laddus, and somebody finds that golden locket, and they see the initials on the back, and they're, woo, woo, Muddy, what kind of Brahman dakshina is this? Then Madhumanga, he understands Balaram put them all up to this. So he gets ready to break his Brahman thread and curse Madhumanga. Curse Balaram. Just at that time, Krishna appears on the scene. Hey, what are you doing? Don't you know? This Madhumanga, he's one of our friends, but he's not a Gopa like you. He's a Brahmin. You're stealing the property of a Brahmin. Everybody give back those laddus to Madhumanga. You're creating Brahman aparad. So then everybody gives those laddus to Madhumanga. He wraps them back up in his dhoti. He goes off into the forest to enjoy his dakshina. Krishna very cleverly wraps that little golden locket in his dhoti. So this is a very special place called Gwalpokar. Then after Gwalpokar, we look in the woods, we see Giriraj is starting to come up. And then we come to a place where there's a fork in the road. Right at the fork in the road, there's a very, very ancient dungar tree. There's a type of tree in Braj that they grow very slowly. And they have, you can't tell what's the original trunk. They're all mixed together like this. And they're the ones that especially like to droop down like this and make kunjas. Huge one, this big around. Old dungar tree. And you can see Govardhan is starting to come out of the ground at that place. And across the way, there's some buildings, but behind those buildings you'll find Kund. And this place is called Hari Go Kutir. This is where the Brishbasis kept all of the cows when they were busy doing the Govardhan Puja. So then we come a little ways ahead and we enter the town of Govardhan. One is the Govardhan Hill, one is the town of Govardhan. As soon as we enter the town, because we start out early in the morning, so people are still doing their japa. I said, you leave your japa for later. Now we'll do big kirtan to enliven all of the Govardhan Vasis. So we enter the town doing kirtan, and on our right side we see a beautiful palace. Actually, there's a whole series of little palaces. Built by the king of Bharatpur. Actually, he offered that place to Srila Prabhupada, but then he wanted so many thousands and thousands of rupees under the table. So Prabhupada said, he's a king, I'm a sannyasi, he should give to me for free. So Prabhupada didn't accept that. Otherwise, instead of Krishna Balaram Mandir, we'd all be there and crowded Govardhan town. Maybe that's where Iskcon Vrindavan would be, in Govardhan town. Just after that comes Manasi Ganga. And on the banks of, when we first enter, right on the first bank of Manasi Ganga, there's a big, tall temple. This is called Mukaravind. Muk, I think you know by now, means mouth. And Aravinda? Lotus. And we go down some steps, and all around they're selling cups, clay cups full of milk. All the little tiny ones, great big ones. Even you can get whole buckets if you want. You want a whole bucket of milk, you can get a bucket of milk. And you go down and down and down some steps to the bank of Manasi Ganga, and this big tall temple is there, and then Mukaravind is there. And everybody, all day long, doing abhishek. Whether it was a little cup, or a big cup, or a bigger cup, or a whole little pail, or a big bucket. Everyone's doing abhishek of the Mukaravind. This is the lotus mouth of Govardhan. And next to that Shila, there's another very tall Shila they call Mukatmani. Because you can see the mark of Krishna's peacock feather in that Shila. You see all these different colors like this. It's called Mukatmani. And then we come to the bank of Manasi Ganga. What happened was one time Krishna killed that demon named Vatsasura, who was in the form of a calf. So, after killing that Vatsasura, then Krishna wanted to again play with the cowherd boys. And he said, no, we can't be associated with you. You have done a big pop. You killed a baby cow. So Krishna said, what do I have to do to become purified? All the cowherd boys, they spoke with one another and discussed. You'll have to go take bath in Ganga. And Krishna said, Ganga is very far away. You have to go just like it. This is actually the year, the 500th anniversary of Chaitanya Mahaprabhu coming to Vrindavan and doing Prikrama Vrindavan. Last Kartik Purnima, that Kartik Purnima day was when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu entered. He did, that was exactly 500 years ago he entered Vrindavan. He did Prikrama. Then from there, the first place he went was Sorokshetra, right on the bank of Ganga, very far away, because he was on his way to Prayag. So Krishna, that is very far away. He said, I will bring Ganga here by my meditation. And Krishna sat down in meditation, and by his manasa means the mind, he brought Ganga there by his mind. Therefore it became known as Manasi Ganga, the Ganga created by Krishna's mind. Then he took his bath, and then all the cowherd boys were satisfied. They again began to play with him. So again, another day, Lala saw that Madhya Yashoda again was making all types of funny bhojan, all types of funny prasad. And he went there and said, Maya, what kind of funny bhojan are you making today? He said, Lala, we're going to Ganga. Why are we going to Ganga, Maya? Lala, I'm busy cooking. You go talk to your Baba. So he went to Nanda Baba. Baba, why all this big preparation to go to Ganga? And Nanda Baba said, Lala, last night Sandilya Rishi came and he was speaking to us about the glories of Ganga. It's just like Vasudeva in Mathura, his guru is Gargamuni, Gargacharya. So, Nanda Maharaj's guru is Sandilya Rishi, the disciple of Gargacharya. So Sandilya Rishi was telling us about the glories of Ganga. He described that there was a black snake cobra who lived on the bank of the Ganga. And he was coming and going from his hole. And one time he came out of his hole, and who was flying overhead? Garud. And what does Garud like to eat? Snakes. So Garuda swooped down, grabbed him in his talons, and took him up in the air. At that time, as he was leaving his body, the tip of his tail touched the Ganga, just as he was leaving his body. Immediately he took on forearm form. And Garuda was so shocked, he placed him on his back and took him back to Vaikuntha in the self-same body. So after hearing about the glories of Ganga, we decided we wanted to go there and take our bath. But Baba, what's the use of all this arrangement? Ganga's not so far away. He said, what are you talking, Lala? Ganga's very far away. He said, no, Baba, it's just on the side of Govardhan Hill. Are Lala, what nonsense you're talking? He said, no, Baba, come. He took Nanda Maharaj by the finger. Because the relation of Krishna and Nanda Maharaj is very, very sweet. Because we read only after a long time. Because we read Nanda Baba's beard is salt and pepper. It means white hairs are coming. So he's almost like grandfather. And we know that even sweeter than between father and son is grandfather and grandson. So he's almost like Nanda Baba's grandson. So he took him by the finger. It's so sweet. Come Baba, come Baba, come Baba. So Nanda Maharaj came with all the Brishvasis. And they came there to Manasi Ganga. And he said, Baba, here's Ganga. Are Lala, what are you talking? How do we know this is Ganga? At that moment, Ganga Devi appeared riding on a crocodile. That's in Hindi, but very funny word, we say magarmach. Magarmach. So she's riding on a crocodile. And you know what Yamuna rides on? Turtle. Yamuna rides on a turtle. Yamuna's vehicle is a turtle. So Ganga Devi appeared riding on her crocodile, and she told Nanda Baba that this is actually the original Ganga, because this Ganga is created by Krishna's mind. This is 1,000 times more purifying than that other Ganga. This is 1,000 times more purifying than other Ganga. So all the Brishvasis, they very happily took their bath in Manasi Ganga. And there's many, many wonderful pastimes that happen in Manasi Ganga. One time, because that time, 5,000 years ago, was actually flowing river. And the gopis came with big pots of butter and milk and yogurt and ghee and paneer and so many milk and so many milk products. And they wanted to get to the other side of the river. So Radharani told Lalita, you go find a boatman. So Lalita went up and down the banks of Manasi Ganga. She only saw one old boatman was there, underneath his chadar, sound asleep. And Lalita Saki came, boatman, huh? He said, take us across the river. And he looked. He said, look, you gopis are too many. Your cargo is very heavy. My boat is very old and leaky. And besides, I'm sleeping. You find somebody else. But boatman, huh? There's nobody else. We've already looked all the way up and down the Ganga. All up and down the banks. He said, let me talk to my boat and see what he says. He says he'll only go if I wash the feet of one of you girls and sprinkle that water on you. Which one? He says, the one who's the daughter of Vrishabhanu Maharaj. And Radharani said, no way. He said, then I'm going back to sleep. all right. So then our boatman, he very carefully washed Radharani's feet. He sprinkled the water on his boat, on his head, on the bank, on everybody's head. And all the gopis got in his boat. Then he began to row. And he was rowing. Suddenly, wind began to blow, black clouds appeared, rain began to come, waves came in the Manasi Ganga, the boat was rocking, our boatman was rowing in a funny way to make it rock even more. He pulled out the cork in the bottom of the boat and water started coming in, and Radharani was so frightened, and she told Lalita, go tell this boatman to save us. And Lalita came there and said, boatman, please save us. He said, I told you girls from the beginning, you're all too many, and your cargo is very heavy. If you don't throw all these pots of buttermilk and yogurt and ghee overboard, we're all going to drown. So the gopis threw all their pots of buttermilk, ghee, yogurt, and everything into the Manasi Ganga. And still waves are coming, wind is blowing, rain is coming, boat is rocking. Again, Radharani sent Lalita Saki, go tell him to save us. And Lalita Saki said, boatman, please save us. I told you girls from the beginning, my boat is old and leaky, you girls are too many, and besides, you're all wearing such heavy jewelry. If you don't throw all this gold and silver and pearl and diamond and ruby and Indranila jewel, we're all going to drown. So the gopis, they threw all of their jewelry into the Ganga. And still waves are coming, water's coming, boat is rocking. Again, Radharani sent Lalita Saki said, boatman, please save us. I told you from the beginning, my boat is old and leaky, you girls are too many, and besides, you're all wearing such heavy saris. If you don't throw all these saris overboard, we're all going to drown. Lalita Saki said, we got a better idea. We're going to throw you overboard. Then Radharani came and she threw herself around the boatman, hanging on his neck like a golden necklace. And she said, boatman, please don't do this. Please save us somehow or another. And as soon as she was hanging around Krishna's neck, then she felt something hard on the chest of this boatman. And she reached inside his cloth and she pulled out Krishna's flute. Then they unmasked our old boatman. With none other than Krishna, the wind went away, the clouds went away, the water became very smooth again. He put his cork, and then the gopis enjoyed wonderful pastimes boating all around the Manasi Ganga. Like this, millions of pastimes happen in Manasi Ganga. On the other side, you'll see a big tall temple. That is Chakleshwar Mahadev. Because when Indra was sending all the rain, Krishna's Sudarshan Chakra came. And he was spinning at that place over top of the hill to chase away all of the rain so there'd be no damage to Braj. And after Krishna put the hill back, then the Chakra came to rest at that place. That became known as Chakra Tirth. And there's a Shiva temple there. It should be Chakreshwar, but you may know that the Brishbasis, they changed their R's and L's around like the Japanese. So they say Chakaleshwar. Chakaleshwar. Actually, I just told you they say Gwa, but real Brishbasa is Gwar. Krishna's a little Gwariya. You don't need to use Gwa. Gwariya. Krishna's a little Gwariya. So, and that Chakaleshwar Mahadev, he's 5 Shiva Lingas. It's a very sweet little temple. There's 5 Shiva Lingas there. And there's a beautiful bas-relief of Govardhan Lila carved in the stone behind the Shivas. And a very, very special place, Chakleshwar Mahadev. And just in front, because yesterday we couldn't talk about it, but I was hoping we get to Manasi Ganga, but there's so many wonderful pastimes, was the Bhajan Kutir of Sanatan Goswami. This whole last week since Ekadasi, heavy parikrama has been going on in Giriraj. Because that, from the Ekadasi up to the Purnima was the disappearance day of Sanatan Goswami. They call it Muriya Purnima. In Brisbasa, Muriya means to shave the head. You may have seen in India when somebody dies, then everybody shaves their head. So in Brisbasa that's called Muriya. In Hindi we say Mundan, but in Brisbasa we say Muriya. So that's known as Muriya Purnima. And everybody goes on Prikapa. You can't get a credit card to it. And so many thousands of people doing Dandoti Prikama also. And I don't know how it happens. You're just going along and the crowd is going quite quickly. And all of a sudden everybody just parts like that and there's somebody just spread out on the ground and somehow nobody gets stepped on. I don't know how it happens. It's all... And Purnima Day is just unbelievable, the crowd. So, Sanatana Goswami used to do his right in front of Chakaleshwar. There's some bhajan kutir of Sanatana Goswami. And he used to do his bhajan in that place. But, there's water, and we know Vrindavan is always, most of the year, very hot. So we can understand heat and water. Who comes? Mosquitoes. Mosquitoes come. So Sanatana Goswami was trying to do his bhajan and they were coming and doing their kirtan in his ear. So finally he got frustrated. I cannot peacefully do my bhajan in this place. Because he was very happy to be near Chakaleshwar Mahadev. In Vrindavan he used to go and visit Gopeshwar Mahadev, and Gopeshwar Mahadev thought he has to walk all the way from, across town to come here. So then halfway in between, because his temple was Madan Mohan, so halfway in between, he manifested in the middle of the forest. That's called Bankandi Mahadev. When you're going to Loi Bazaar, and if you've ever looked up, you see this diorama of Gajendra Moksha. That is Bankandi Mahadev. He manifested just so that Sanatana Goswami wouldn't have to walk so far. So we know Vaishnavanam Yatasham. He's the greatest of the Vaishnavas. So Sanatana Goswami used to like to be by Lord Shiva. So he got frustrated with all these mosquitoes, so he packed up everything, got ready to go. Not like all of you with 2 Samsonite suitcases. Lota Kambal, Saduka, Sambal. Lota and a blanket, that's all the sadhu has. So then one old Brahmin appeared and said, Baba, where are you going? Baba, where are you going? Why are you leaving this place? He said, there's too many mosquitoes here. I cannot peacefully do my bhajan. I'm going somewhere else. Oh, mosquitoes are bothering you. So then that old Brahmin revealed himself. He had, Chakaleshwar Mahadev had taken this form to find out what was bothering Sanatana Goswami. He says, you don't worry about a thing. You sit down and do your bhajan. I will go see the demigod in charge of the mosquitoes, the mosquito Dev, and I will tell him not to let mosquitoes come in this place. And even now, there's a beautiful dharmshala there with they took broken tiles and all different colored tiles in a place. You can stay there for whatever donation you want to give. Even if you don't give anything. And you won't find any mosquitoes in that place. And right opposite of Chakaleshwar Mahadev, most beautiful temple of Gaur Nitai. So sweet, wonderful Gaur Nitai is there. So that particular Purnima, which is also known as Vyas Purnima or Guru Purnima, all the Gaudiya Vaishnavas in Braj used to come to Chakaleshwar to see Sanatana Goswami. And Sanatana Goswami would take them on Prikama of all the holy places around Manasi Ganga. There's so many holy places around Manasi Ganga. So I'm following the footsteps of Sanatana Goswami, taking the devotees on Prikama. So that particular Guru Purnima, all the Vaishnavas came, and they all chanted, Hari Bol, Radhe Shyam. But no sound came. And they looked inside and they saw Sanatana Goswami has entered the eternal pastimes of Radha. So they all began to cry, Hoy, hoy, hoy. They took the body of Sanatana Goswami, they did Prikama of Giriraj, they took him to Vrindavan, and they placed him at the lotus feet of Madan Mohan in a beautiful Samadhi Mandir there. So yesterday was the disappearance day of Sanatana Goswami, this particular Purnima. So then in Shastra it says, and Mahaprabhu also followed, that one should, when to go over on Prikrama, one should, somewhere in the beginning of his Prikrama, he should take bath in Manasi Ganga, then he should take darshan of Haridev. Nearby is a big red sandstone temple of Haridev. And before, the steps, they were from, I believe they were from Treta Yuga. But anyway, somebody broke all the steps and made some Kali Yuga steps, especially for us whose knees aren't so great anymore. We can climb up very easily to this Haridev temple. And it says Mahaprabhu went there to take darshan of Haridev after bathing in Manasi Ganga. And when he saw Haridev with his left hand raised high, he began to dance in ecstatic praise. And he was dancing and dancing and dancing. And all the Vrishbasis came running. And they had never seen such ecstatic praying. They all realized this is our Brajandanandan Shamsundar. But now he's not Shamsundar, he's Gaur-sundar. You all realize this is the same. Instead of flute, now he's got danda and lota. And they all took darshan. So anyway, Haridev is very beautiful deity with this left hand raised very high. A great big temple is there in that place. We always do kirtan there because that's where Chaitanya Mahaprabhu danced. So we dance in Mahaprabhu's dust in that place. And Chaitanya Charitamrita describes that when he got darshan of Haridev, he began his prikrama and he began to chant a very special prikrama mantra. That you can find in Chaitanya Charitamrita. You can also find it in the chapter called Venu Geet in Srimad Bhagavatam. Antaya Madri Abala Haridasa Varjo Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda Manam Tanoti Sahavo Ganayos Yad Pani Yasu Yavasa Kandara Kandamula. Antayam is Sanskrit for oh. Antayam, Adri. Adri means hill. Just like you heard the name of Krishna. Adri, Dharan, who lifted the hill. Antayam, Adri, Abala. Now, in this particular verse, the gopis are speaking amongst themselves. So legend has it that the women are the weaker sex. I'm not saying that, so I'm saying legend says that. Don't report me to the women's ministry. But legend has it that they're the weaker sex. So we know Bal, like Balaram, means strong. So opposite, Abala. So the girls, they're speaking amongst themselves, say, Obala, oh girls, this hill, Haridasa Barjo, he's the most best devotee of Hari. Yudhishthira Maharaj is known as Haridas. Even Uddhav is known as Haridas, but the most bestest of the Haridasas is Govardhan, on the authority of the gopis. Haridasa Bharya, the most best devotee of Krishna. Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda. In Braj, when we talk about Ram and Krishna, we're talking about Krishna and Balaram. Yad Rama Krishna Charana. We know Charana, right? Charana means feet. Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparsham. We heard this word yesterday, right? Sparsham, touch. He's getting the touch of the feet of Krishna and Balaram as they run all over the hill. Pramoda. You probably have a Indian friend named Pramod. Anybody has an Indian friend named Pramod? Or you met some Indian man named Pramod? Yes, okay, one person. A couple of people. Pramod means joyful. He's very joyful because he's getting the touch of the feet of Krishna and Balaram. Charana, Sparsham, the touch of Krishna's charan and Balaram's charan. Other reason that he's very joyful is because he's serving the Vaishnavas. He's serving the devotees. How? Next verse says, Manam tanoti sahago ganayos teoryat. Then manam tanoti manam, so humanity. He's serving. Manam tanoti sahago, first to the go. Go means cows. He's serving cows. Gan manos tanoti manam tanoti sahago. Ganayos, Gan, the Gopagan, he's serving the Vaishnavas. That makes him very joyful. Tayorya, those two, last is Krishna and Balaram. First he serves cows as Vaishnavas, then he serves to Krishna and Balaram. Therefore he's very joyful. Now how he's serving? Paniya. Now the first word that our foreign devotees learn when they come to Vrindavan is Pani, water. Oh Prabhu, where's water? Pani, I need pani. So now with our eyes we don't see, but there's beautiful waterfalls with crystal clear, cool waters cascading down the sides of Govardhan, filling with beautiful pools of water. And look, those gopis, they're so envious of those pools of water. So envious. Why? Because right in front of everybody's eyes, they embrace every limb of Krishna. Those pools of water right in front of everybody's eyes, they're embracing every limb of Krishna. They're so envious. And Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur says not only water, but also madhu. Madhu means honey. Honey is flowing from the trees on Govardhan. And amras, mango juice. And pilu ras. Pilu is a special little fruit that comes in Braj. It's very favorite of Krishna. Pilu juice. Pani is suyavasa. Suyavasa means grass. Two types of grass. One very juicy grass to make the cows very fatty and give lots of milk. And other is this durvagas, for which we do the puja with. So Govardhan is supplying both of these grasses. Pani is suyavasa. Khandara. Khandara means cave. Salavriya Khandare Spuratu Va Sachinandana. Rupa Goswami's verse, where he gives us benediction. May that son of Sachi always be Hridaya Khandare. In Sanskrit we say cave of the heart. In English we say core of the heart. Hridaya Khandare Spuratu, manifest. May that son of Sachi always be manifest within your heart. So Khandara means cave. So in Govardhan, hardly we see the caves with our present eyes. Only one cave we can see right around Punchari. There's one cave of Raghava Pandit. It has some older name, just now it's slipped my mind. Manda cave, Manda something. There's a cave there. And at our Iskcon Govardhan, they told us that Brijbazi, when you look from Govardhan, our Iskcon Govardhan, you see a temple that's called Danigrad on top of the hill. And they told me that the Brijbazi boys who go up there say that there's a cave there. So when it's too hot, the cowherd boys can go there. When it's too cold, when it's raining, when they need to rest, Radha and Krishna also perform many beautiful confidential pastimes in the caves of Govardhan. Pani is Suyavasa Khandara, Khandalulai. Mool means root. When you come in Kartik time, you see all the push carts have this white radish. We call it muli. So Khanda means fruit and roots. Govardhan is because Brijvasi boys, 24 hours a day, they're hungry. So Govardhan is supplying fruits and roots to all the cowherd boys. Pani is Suyavasa Khandara. So this was Chaitanya Mahaprabhu's Prakama mantra. Everybody can repeat. Antayam, Adri, Abala, Haridasa Varjo, Manam, Tanoti, excuse me. Yad Rama Krishna, Charanam, Sparsham, Pramoda, Manam, Tanoti, Sahago, Ganayos, Tayoryat, Vaniya, Suyavasa, Kandara, Kandamula, Antaya Madhvi Avala Haridasa Vajo, Antaya Madhvi Avala Haridasa Vajo, Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda, Yad Rama Krishna Charanam Sparasham Pramoda, Manam Tanoti Sahako Ganayostayoryad, Manam Tanoti Sahako Ganayostayoryad, Ani Yasuya Vasakandara Kandamula, Ani Yasuya Vasakandara Kandamula. Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki. Oh, Sri Raj Maharaj ki. So looks like we've reached our time. So we'll end, of course, with our little kirtan. In the middle of the kirtan, we always sing the national anthem of Braj. It's like every country's got their national anthem. This is the national. In the middle of this kirtan, we'll sing the national anthem.